name is Ashley Moreno, and about 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, I got interested in chickens as animals. I didn't know anything about chickens, really, just as eggs and chicken sandwiches was my only experience with them as animals. And so the more I learned about them, the more they became, I don't know, I guess kind of whole creatures, and the more kind of into them I got. And so I guess about 2 years ago in the spring, I got the chickens I have. That Christmas we built the coop, and we've had them ever since. A couple misconceptions with chickens. One is that they smell really bad. As long as you have a good amount of chickens for your space, there's really not a bad smell. They're not dirty animals. They're very clean. They preen all the time. So it's much more like having like a cat than like I think people think. The other thing is that hens don't lay eggs their whole life. So hens can live to be, 10 years old. They can live to be quite old. Their egg production will, peak when they're maybe 2 years old and then slowly start to taper off. So if you're keeping hens and you want eggs in the city, you kind of want to get maybe like 4, let them get a little bit older, and then maybe, see about potentially introducing some younger ones. I think my favorite thing about having chickens is really, I think, more having them as pets. The eggs are awesome, and I certainly didn't know that they came in like green and blue, and that's super fun. It's super fun to give those to my friends and surprise them. But they're really cool animals. They're trainable. Like, they really like treats and stuff a lot, so they're excited to see you. They come running to see what you're going to give them. There are chicken personalities. They're very different. I have a Dominique, and she is super friendly and super relaxed and is easy to handle. And in comparison, I have a cream leg bar named Aowen. I named them all after lady warriors. So the first one was Joan. I have a cream leg bar named Aowen, and she's crazy. She taught the other chickens to get on top of the coop, where we came outside and they were all kind of sliding on the roof because it's metal. She busts them into our vegetable garden where they eat all of our greens. They're very curious animals, which I always think is kind of a sign of a type of intelligence. When it starts getting about sundown, they'll usually pick a stump. You can see she's kind of starting. They'll pick a stump that looks good, and they'll like start preening, and so they'll get all their feathers looking nice, get ready for bed, and they'll come in here and roost, and then we'll notice it's like dark out, and then we just come and we shut the door, and they stay in there. And then as soon as we wake up in the morning, they have really good eyesight, and so if you go into the kitchen to make coffee in the morning, they see you and get excited and start making a bunch of noise. So we come out and we let them out for the day. And so begins another day of owning chickens.